Welcome to Sad Money with Crim Jamer. Our mission is simple. It's to make you lose money. If you want to pay $100 a month to use my Investor Connect sort of Michigan Wiki website, you can lose money even faster. Today, let's talk about Netflix.
Today, my friends and family, my fellow Gorilla Gang, we're back again to give you a little more of an update on ticker symbol AMC. This is not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. This is not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. Not a dead fucking cat, guys. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. This is not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. We got a George W. Foreman here. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. This is not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. Not a dead fucking cat, guys. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. This is not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. And we got a George W.
It's not going to be bullish. It's not going to be bearish. It's going to go ape shit. Hope you guys like that.
Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. This is not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat.
Today, I'd like to talk about infiltration. As always, I'm not a financial advisor, not financial advice. Make your own decisions. Take what I say with a grain of salt. One of my greatest fears in terms of threats to this community would be infiltration. Hedge funds coming into the community, hedgies, whatever, or having people who are monitoring and trying to take advantage of psyche of retail investors. Price targets, dates. Disappointment derives from expectations not being met. I don't think there's any person on Twitter or on YouTube that can tell you the exact dollar or the exact day that this is going to squeeze. And to be frank with you, I've done that before, right? I've come out and tried to take guesses, educated guesses at months. And even then, I don't know that was the right decision to make, right? There are people, there are stock analysts who get paid money simply to take educated guesses and price targets of companies. I've yet to see a stock analyst that tries to predict the day-to-day price action down to the penny. We're just a bunch of YouTubers, man. We could take educated guesses all we want. And in my video yesterday, I told people AMC is not a game. People may feel inclined, even if it's not necessarily the right thing to do, to make financial decisions based on predictions, right? Based on dates, based on price targets, based on X, Y, and Z. Well, if you're right, you look like the Messiah, but has anybody been right about that yet? Don't put yourself in a situation where you're depending on a date or a time or this or that for your money to come back into your pocket. Shorts have not covered positions. You're still looking at a 19% and some change short interest according to exchange reported data. Who knows what it actually is, right? A lot of people are still interested in the stock. In fact, I think probably more than ever. The gaslighting and the corruption and the manipulation, the infiltration is so incredible that we as a community have resorted sometimes to pointing fingers at each other as if we're the issue, right? The person you should be pointing at is the market makers and the hedge funds who create this sort of situation in the first place. It's a stock that seems to be primarily moved by algorithms, and that is your enemy. It's not our place to take guesses at dates and exact prices. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. How can we think about ways to keep people comfortable with being uncomfortable? I get uncomfortable with the psyche and the psychology of the community. It's important to be able to differentiate a retail short seller or a good short seller from an institutional or bank level short seller and a nefarious level short seller, right?
The first thing that pops in your mind when you think of a short seller, right? You think of some suited up jackass sitting behind a desk, probably in the big C's office, sitting there rubbing his hands thinking, piss on these guys, right? They're just trying to burn things to the ground. But there are times in which a short seller gets confused with a retail short seller. Institutional short selling is drastically different than retail short selling. Nefarious short selling is much different than normal short selling, right? Where you run into problems is where short selling is abuse, right? Big institutions, big banks, big market makers, whatever, right? They're all using different tactics, whether it be, mainstream media corruption, whether it be putting out hit pieces, whether it be synthetic shares, whether it be options and derivatives and all those sort of things, right? For you to win, that means that somebody else loses. It's a hard truth of the way that the market operates. Of course, there's bad shorts, but there's also bad longs. In the same way that you've got pump and dump longers out there, people who use and abuse followings to pump up a stock, you also have a bad short. There's good longs, there's good shorts, bad longs, bad shorts. At the end of the day, it's all market mechanics as long as it's being used in the proper way. Directed at the hedge fucks, the maniacs, the sociopaths at the top of the pyramid that convince you that these people are your problem. The people who cause you problems are the people at the top. It's institutions, it's banks, it's hedge funds, it's all those big boys wearing suits and their comfy chairs that go and can hide out at a fucking island anytime they want when the market starts taking a dump and pretend that life never happened and their hands are clean because they're sitting on billions of dollars. Those are the crooks that you should be directing attention to. And I think it's very important to be able to differentiate that. Today, let's talk about Netflix. It's a great company. Subscriptions are going up. Interest is going down, though. It's going to go up. Stock is fantastic. Interest rates by the Fed? Movie theater companies? Garbage! Baloney! But you can get a Netflix right now and make good money with Crim Jamer. And now, I'm going to slap my desk a few times. Make some dumb sounds.
Nice.
Do you like that? Do you like that sound?
Bruh.
Do you like it now? Is that annoying you?
Yeah.
Fuck, wrong one.
What?
I have the button. You guys can't tell me what to do. So, I'm from Jamer, and I'm bald. So to wrap it up, I make great calls, okay? I'm the king of telling you when to short stocks. Bear Stearns, Netflix, Peloton. I do them all, baby. All you have to do is listen, talk. Instead of buying, you just have to sell them. You just short them. But you guys are too fucking stupid. And I'm the genius that gets paid. People ask me, I get tweets, my Crim Jamer Twitter. They say, should I sell? No, no, no. You're just being silly. Netflix is fine. Everything is fine. The rates won't affect this. They're going to be okay. The debt's not a problem. If you're not paying attention to the numbers, what are you looking at? Ow! Little asshole. It's my cat. I keep a cat in the office. You wouldn't understand. Brings me my cookie. What am I supposed to do? Am I not supposed to do it if he brings it to me? Simple stuff. Guys, don't sell Netflix. If you're going to do anything, buy. This is Crim Jamer, signing off. I'm going to get my mom a sponge bath. Welcome to Sad Money with Crim Jamer. Today, the market's looking fantastic. Everything for the past 2 weeks been ripping. You're making fat stacks of cash. So instead of analyzing markets, we're just going to take phone calls, read some tweets, where you guys glorify me for the deity that I am. Our first tweet today is coming in from Big Nut 69. Big Nut 69 said, Crim, I put my entire life savings into PayPal, and now I'm living in a shoebox. Well, my answer to you is very simple. That's your fault, you fucking moron. Why'd you put your whole life savings in? What you could have sold? It was up at least $1 from one point when I talked about it. I don't know what to tell you. You don't know how to read a chart. Peasant. Good. Even if I was late, you wouldn't catch me on it anyways, because guess what? I'm Crim Jamer. You're not gonna catch me late. I can't be late. I'm always on time. A bounce off of this $18.85 line is going to be a bullish sign. To come back up and ultimately retest 20 bucks is good. That's bullish. And if you get that bounce, that's ultimately a sign that we could continue on into some more bullish territory. So this week, AMC at the time of that tweet was up 30%, but mainstream media had said nothing. It's weird how when we're read, it's AMC is done every day, but it's never vice versa. As GameStop and AMC are rising again, why the rally may be short-lived. AMC stock theater chain thinks popcorn can save its business. It can't. The profit margins on popcorn is actually fantastic. Now, unless a film features Spider-Man, something Fast and Furious, or maybe a bunch of dinosaurs, more people are preferring to stay at home and stream. AMC always just gets negative press. Actual profitability on popcorn. It can't. Popcorn doesn't make money. Popcorn loses money. How do you expect to make money selling popcorn? What is the profit margin on popcorn? Popcorn is a nostalgic and delicious treat for customers that can boast profit margins of 80 to 90%. Dad, you want to tell me you can't make money selling popcorn? These articles are goofy. I'll tell you guys this. I'm not going to talk about the platform. I'm not going to talk about the offer. I'm not going to talk about the names. But I was offered a job from mainstream media, and I turned it down. But then I'm a hypocrite. Then I just joined the thing that I hate, mainstream media. So I turned it down. And personally, I really like AMC popcorn. I'd go out of my way to buy it. That's all I've got for you. So appreciate you all. I'm going to call it a day. We'll be back tomorrow.
Guys, today Adam Aaron bought gold. Well, kind of. Struck gold. Found gold. Something along the lines with gold. Adam Aaron has purchased a 22% stake utilizing AMC's money. Let's not get this twisted, right? This is AMC money that has gotten pushed into ticker symbol HYMC. Is there a metals company? And to really understand why that's important, you have to look at the value of metals. Now, HYMC is sitting on a literal gold mine. I don't mean that to be a meme. 15 million ounces of gold, 600 million ounces of silver. They can make some money on a short squeeze. 15 million ounces of gold and 600 million ounces of silver. That is dollar signs. This is a movie theater company dabbling in gold. Well, you factor in essentially the opportunity to have $22 million invested into a company that does deal with precious metals. There's an opportunity there to improve your odds of an algorithm buying into the stock. If the zeros and ones, you change one of these zeros into a one because of something as simple as, hey, we've got a small fraction of our $1.8 billion. I think it's less than 2%. Less than 2% of their $1.8 billion cash on hand invested into something that, hey, if shit hits the fan, we do pretty decent. And if it doesn't, we've got a growth stock, you know? You're walking away pretty okay. AMC bought HYMC, all of a sudden this thing's going to go to $1,000 tomorrow. I mean, no, I think you're missing the mark a little bit there if you claim something like that. But we like saying extra things with extra words. So I suppose that's what I've got for this video. So you bunch of crazy chickens, I'm going to eat some tacos. My mom's in the back over here making tacos. So probably going to do that. I want to talk about what I think the top is going to look like on this next run up. I've been around now for two major cycles on AMC. I watched January, watched it come up to $25 and do some crazy shit. And I watched it come up to 70 and do some crazy shit. And I think I've learned a little bit since then about the way that this stock moves. And I want to be able to discuss with you what I think that's going to look like. And you're going to know the time is coming when you're watching volume go absolutely fucking nuts. I'm talking like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would even lean towards this 5 to 700 million total volume on the day. Now, I'm not telling you any dates. I'm not giving you this. I'm not giving you that. But what I am saying is the chart is set up in a way
that I think you're going to see some pretty nice moves in the near future. In the past 2 run-ups, the same exact thing has happened. You reach a high, and the stock comes up to retest that high and rejects off that high. But nonetheless, what you notice is that it tried to retest highs after selling off all the way to 1094. You got to be prepared for that. So what that means is, I personally believe you're going to have on the day of 2 chances to catch close to the top. Now, I don't encourage you to try to time the top. Don't do it, please. Please, 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 because it's impossible to do. I think this is going to give you an inclination as to where the high is going to be for this next overall run-up. I can shed a tear right now at how excited I am. The way this is set up, make that tendies. Make those lemon pepper tendies. That's what I've got for this video. I know this was out of the blue. I don't typically throw shit up at this time of night, but this is on my mind. Yeah, man, and all you can think to yourself is, man, this thing looks bloodier than my kneecaps. Welcome back to Trades, where we freaking talk fast and don't skip class. I'm by saying I'm not a financial advisor or expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. I mean, it just looks incredibly bearish. I mean, nothing looks very strong right now. This little beachgoer right here, maybe this is Netflix. I mean, Netflix is taking I think the brunt of everything going on. It should really be a company that, despite any sort of economic problems, survives pretty decently, but that just shows you where the economy is currently at. What you're going to notice, if you look at my screen right now, is everything's red. As much as I like the setup, AMC has had a solid opportunity, lots of opportunities to bounce. I read the chart, and the chart is what it is. There's opportunity there. The market's just not strong enough. It's not. And if the market's weak, AMC is going to be weak. That's just the absolute truth here. So, Robinhood will cut about 9% of its full-time employees. I got a half chub in my wiener got a half chub reading this news. Things are tough right now, right? I'm not here to pretend that things aren't tough, because it is. The market's gross. Things look really bad. And this affects real people's lives, your lives. The stock market can sometimes be cold. Real money's on the line. Fuck the culture thing, right? I know that we have this idea in our minds that no matter what, this is the way. This has to be the way. But you have to take care of you, all right? If you're in a spot right now where you are suffering, take care of you. Keep the roof over your head. Feed yourself. Make sure you're happy. These are all important things, so I wanted to take the time to discuss that. And that's what I've got for this video here today. So, guys, until the next one, I appreciate you tuning in. Things will get better. Who knows when, but this will eventually end. 48% of American adults believe that the stock market is rigged. A wild pop today. We were up 30%, 25% at one point in the day, up to about $13.78. And this is nowhere near making up for the losses that we've seen over the last couple of months. But what you're going to notice is if you look at this on the 1 minute candles, something looks vaguely familiar. Push up, whoop, 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 whoop. Push up, rejection, push up, testing previous highs, rejects, comes down, and does this slow wave down as it's starting to form out this this double bottom. Push up, a little bit of whoop, 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 whoop. Push up, retest highs, can't do it, sells off. I mean, this looks fucking identical. This looks like the exact same chart. You might be asking yourself, Trey, well, who cares? This doesn't really mean anything. Now, what I said before has significance. 48% of American adults believe that the stock market is rigged. And what this chart pattern tells me, when you look at the technicality behind, this exact pattern playing out again, you could say, well, that Trey, I mean, obviously the market just runs on patterns. It runs on TA. It runs on this. It runs on that. That's the whole point, is just the human emotion swaying up and down, up and down, up and down, right? But what this tells me is an entirely different story. It tells me that algorithms run the game. Algorithms. Algorithms. Most shares are locked, loaded. People would argue, based on math, based on institutional holdings and short holdings and ETF holdings and retail holdings, that over 100% of this stock is presently being held, right? If that's the case, the game is being played by algorithms. This sort of wicked shit happens every day. It's not just our girl Amy, controlled by computers. AMC, I like that it bounced over $10. This is a big deal. We also have over 150 million total shares on loan presently for AMC, which comes out to about 28% of the free float of the stock. Shorts continue to add. Nobody's covering. The game stays the same. It's that simple. It really is. That's what I got for you guys. If you'd like to hop on to twitch.tv/antijuicer, I will be live streaming starting at probably about 5:30, 5:40-ish. Today, I'm also going to tweet it out.
All right, guys. All right, you know what it is. Come on, drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Those OGs know. Play it pop. 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 Slap that ass. Boom, boom, candles. Come on, baby. Boom, boom, candles. Come on, baby. Holy Toledo. Play it pop. 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 Slap that ass. That's good. But that's what I've got for you guys. Much love and peace. Today, my friends and family, my fellow Gorilla Gang, we're back again to give you a little more of an update on ticker symbol AMC. This is not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. This is not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat, guys. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. This is not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. We got a George W. Foreman here. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. This is not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat, guys. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. This is not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. And we got a George W.
It's not going to be bullish. It's not going to be bearish. It's going to go ape shit.
Hope you guys like that. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. This is not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat, guys. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. This is not a dead cat. Not a dead cat.
This is my last AMC update video. I've given myself a lot of time to think about this, and that's the way it's going to be. It's not because I don't believe in AMC. It's for different reasons. And leave my mom out of it. If you go and bully my mom, that's not fucking okay. Don't do that shit. My focus is going to shift because I think it is a necessary thing to do so that retail investors can level up. But I am not going to be talking about AMC anymore. To this day, from this day on, it could go up 500% in a single day, and you will not find me making a video about it. And it's not because I don't want to talk about it. It's because I think I need to make myself a villain for retail investors to wake up. I think we need to wake up, and that's what I'm going to do. I feel as though we are not able to have realistic conversations about things and open ourselves up to ideas and learning opportunities and growth for the community because of fear for being labeled as shill, for being told you're wrong, you're bought out, you're a hedge fund, you're a this, you're a that, right? And I know this is the minority. It's not the majority of people. The majority of people within this community are freaking
awesome. They're amazing people, which is to create and fight for equitable markets for all. I think in order to accomplish that, we have to be able to have these conversations that, quite frankly, we're not having. Trust me, I know. There is lots of crime. There is manipulation. There are bad things that are taking place with AMC. And I'm not taking away from that. In fact, I think now more than ever, these things are happening. However, that happens everywhere. But the cultish mentality of the loud minority of AMC investors in the community here, I think holds us back from having real conversation. Many people scream to the sky that shorts are fucked every single day, as if shorts are down thousands or millions or billions of dollars, right? When in reality, they're not. Shorts have made a lot of money over the last year, and these are conversations that, quite frankly, we haven't been able to have because we get shut down, right? These things get shut down by the loud minority. And I know this isn't the majority. A lot of people here are willing to learn. They want to learn. They crave learning and education just like I do. They're passionate about this stuff. And I fucking love that. And in order to progress towards that, we have to have these talks, which I don't feel like I can have because of the sensationalism of AMC. We need to have a mentality shift. Instead of thinking this crime is why I'm not making money, I think we need to make a shift towards this crime is going to happen regardless, and I need to learn how to surf the wave. There has been barely any regulation changes to anything. All the regulatory bodies that take care of the stock market and watch over things, there really hasn't been a lot that's changed. We still run into the same problems of short exempt volume and naked short selling and failure to delivers and spoofing and short laddering. We can go down the list of tactics that these guys use on a day-to-day basis to make money off retail investors. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. People die. People die over this stuff. You know, people will kill themselves over the emotions they feel over this stuff. And believe me when I say that, because I've gotten handwritten letters sent to my P.O. box from people who are down millions of dollars who blame me and who have told me they're suicidal. They're not bots. These are real people. And we need to have these conversations. I know a lot of people are angry and frustrated because they're bag holding on AMC. And for a long time, I told myself and I told many other YouTubers that your job as a YouTuber, which you get paid by Google to do, is be a punching bag, right? And I genuinely mean that and meant that at that time. Your job is to be the brunt of that anger and frustration. Why? Because we're talking about AMC. But it's hard on the mind. It's a very difficult thing day in and day out to get punched in the mouth and just be okay with it. What I've realized is I was okay with being a punching bag because I was doing nothing to solve the problem. I've spent countless hours on Twitch doing charting and looking over things. I've made master classes for free that I think are worth hundreds, if not thousands of dollars that people have been charging hundreds or thousands of dollars for in order to help retail investors. I've been on demonetized live streams for months trying to help retail investors make money because I recognize that people are red right now, and I recognize that we're in a bear market, and I recognize that AMC has been getting smacked. At the same time, we control our destinies, and I have really been putting in a lot of effort and work to show people how they can make these losses back. I understand people are red on AMC. People are down bad, and it's learn to surf the wave. And I have been doing nothing but working towards that goal for months now, while people blame me for being red. I think this is going to make retail investors better over the long run. And what I mean by that is I think people are going to learn to fend for themselves without the help of a YouTuber or the help of a finfluencer or a singular stock, so to speak. This is selfish. I recognize this is selfish. I hope some of you will understand, though. I'm not happy talking about AMC anymore. I feel like a slave to a stock. When the three letters AMC get said out loud, I feel a physical reaction. I feel my blood pressure raise. I feel frustration. And that's not okay for you guys, and it's not okay for me. Trey, you're being a pussy. Suck it up. Who else is Trey? Who else is me? Nobody. It's just me. Fuck you guys. Suck my dick. And I realized that I don't know what I like to do for fun anymore. I went to New York and I had some fun. I watched the Book of Mormon. It was a musical. It was fantastic. I played chess against some chess hecklers, some guys who make money playing it on Times Square. I went to the Panic at the Disco concert. I went to some great restaurants. I went to a comedy show and there was a guy from The Office who was there, and I had a blast. And what I realized is, look at this. This is real life. This is real life. I spent so much time stressing over something I can't even see or touch or feel. when I could be living life the same as all of you can. You know, we don't have to be held hostage to a stock. We can make these choices on our own. And I know people are going to be angry. They're going to blame me. They're going to witch hunt me. And I'm going to get canceled. And I'm okay with that. Because I know this is the best thing to do for myself. And I think people will come to find it's going to be the best thing for the community in the long run. Quite frankly, I don't feel as though I can accomplish that talking about AMC anymore. I'm going to be moving my live streams from YouTube over to Anti-Juicer on Twitch. And the reason for this is my YouTube live streams have, the chats have become quite toxic. And it's not fun. I don't enjoy it. And if I don't enjoy it, I don't have to do it. I get to do things, right? And the same that you guys get to do things, you know? And because of that, I'm going to be moving over to Twitch. So if you want to stop by, that's where I'm going to be. 35% of the time I'll be in Caveman, and 65% of the time I'll be on Twitch. I will upload videos on YouTube when I want to upload videos on YouTube. I won't feel like I need to. It'll just be about things that I want to talk about because I'm done being a punching bag and I'm done taking shit for something that I don't feel is fair to myself. I will not allow people to bully or heckle me over AMC anymore. And I'm not going to look back and I'm not going to think twice because this is my choice. I'm not changing my mind. This is how I feel. And you can be angry with me, right? But I'm not going to have to take it. I suppose that's it. But I love this community. I love the people. You can call me a pussy. You can say I'm soft. You can say I'm letting the squeaky wheel get to me. But I, in the deepest part of my heart, think this is going to be the best thing that can happen for retail investors. I think it's going to wake a lot of people up. I think it's going to create opportunity for everybody. And I think you're going to realize that even if, you know, even if AMC goes up, you can make money other places, right? And I think it will. I think AMC will go up. It's just not going to, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. And in the meantime, man, adapt. Let's adapt. Let's take advantage of the volatility in the market. Let's make some fucking money and let's stop being victims. That's all I got. Appreciate you guys.